Hi, and good Monday morning. I know that I'm about 15 minutes late. We had an emergency meeting today. We are having a crisis of employment within Head Start. If any of you have had your shots and are fully vaccinated and are interested in jobs at ABC, please let us know. There is a hiring bonus, um, a sign on bonus. So please let us know. But again, you have to be fully vaccinated to be around the babies. So I'm just going to put that out there for you. I hope everyone is well. And I'm going to try to go ahead and get into this lesson today. So we've been talking about different ways to recognize unfamiliar words. And one of them is through reference materials. Oops, one of them is through reference materials. There we go. I just want to go ahead and start. So I'm going to open this uh, with, they don't have Google Slides or anything. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just open this way for you. And we're going to start with reference materials. So we talked about reading by context and reading by context, using connotative and denotating meanings. Now let's look at materials that are out there that can actually help us when we are looking at unfamiliar words. Okay, let's make this bigger so we can look at one at a time. I want you to be able to see it. There you go. Come on. Reference materials. So here we have the newspaper. And if you're with me, you've been with me, you understand that I ask you to read the Washington Post, the LA Times online, the Democrat and Chronicle. Those will help you to find information, to become a better reader, and to understand that when there are things going on, where can I go look for greater understanding? My favorite, the dictionary, the Farmer's Almanac, which talks about weather forecasts. It's really interesting. It has a little everything in it. You would be surprised. Then we have an encyclopedia, an atlas, and an almanac. And you should become familiar with every one of those. So, what do we do with reference materials? They help us with our research or writing. They give us factual information to make our work accurate and easy to understand. Any of you out there planning to go on in your studies will need to know how to use reference materials. These are just a few examples. And so the dictionary is a book that gives us definitions of words and lists the words in ABC order. And by using guide words at the top of the page, we can find the location of the entry word. I've asked you to load on your laptops the dictionary. Um, what I use is dictionary.com. I want you to see what it looks like. And I'm only going to spend a quick second on it because I want you to look on your own. But this is dictionary.com, and it gives us a word of the day. You can listen to it. Faustian. See definitions and examples. Sacrificing spiritual values for power, knowledge, or material gain. Wow, that's interesting. That's an interesting word. It gives us the origin of the word, how it's used. And if I wanted to put another word in here just quickly to show you, love, a tender, passionate affection for another person, a feeling of warm personal attachment or deep affection, or as a child, a parent, or a friend, or sexual passion or desire. And synonyms for love, which means words with similar meanings. And look how many there are for the word love. So if you're writing, you want your writing to be more interesting, you look for synonyms. And where can we find a whole book of synonyms? In a thesaurus. Okay. So what I want you to do is put a star and add that to your bookmark. I'm going to put it either for reading or writing, bookmarks bar. So there it is. I'm closing that out. Let's go back to where we are. And I have the dictionary saved on my laptop. So let's go back to what we were looking at. The thesaurus, and it's used to help us with our writing. It lists synonyms, words with similar meanings, and antonyms, words with opposite meanings, similar. So we may add variety to our word choices. Words are in alphabetical order, and not all thesauruses have antonyms, however. Some just have synonyms. Notice that in dictionary.com, we had a thesaurus there listed that we could use as well. Okay, let me just scroll down since you want to act that way with me. And the atlas is a book of maps, and the maps are listed in alphabetical order. There are world atlases and atlases of countries. The encyclopedia, back in the day, and I'm an OG, encyclopedias were a full set of books that you could order and have for your home. Or if we went to the school library or the public library, they would have the encyclopedia there. And topics are listed in alphabetical order. And they provided information about every kind of topic you could imagine: science, math, reading, people in history. These were really good to have to help you do complete schoolwork. But now instead of encyclopedias, we have Wikipedia, we have Google. Next, we have the phone book. This is an OG again. We used to have the yellow pages that listed businesses and the white pages that list people arranged in alphabetical orders. But guess what we can find too now? If I need someone's address, I can do this. White pages. Just want to show you what they look like. Look up names, addresses, and phone numbers, right? You can do reverse phone here, people search, reverse address lookup, business search. Okay, let's try that. Business search. Let's see if I can find Action for a Better Community. Okay, in Rochester. I'm just using that as a quick example. Well, there we go. 9 addresses popping up. And here we go, West Ave. And those are our Head Start locations, right? There we go. Phone, address, date established, links, website, social media, and the zip code. So look at all of that. So let's go back again. The internet, it is a worldwide network connecting millions of computers. I think more than millions, billions. And it's a way to get information from all around the world through the computer. Search engines like Google are used to find information. And what does the www stand for when you see addresses? It stands for the World Wide Web. So next we have an almanac. And as I said, you may find sometimes the elders like almanacs. They give you planting patterns, average temperatures, gardening tips. They even have astrology. Like if you want to know what the weather's going to be like in mid-December, it will tell you that. It's really just it's cool. and it's published every year. This book has been published probably, oh, since 1792, but it's still useful. And they have a table of contents that can be used to help find your topic. And then next, we've had the newspaper, which is available in paper or online, and they come out every day. Some of them have a special weekend edition. They give you current news, editorials, articles, and advertisements. They're arranged in sections by topics such as international, national, business, entertainment, sports, and business. And you'd be surprised if I told you to read. I wish we still had free access to the New York Times. They will give you samples of new music, and you'd be surprised the range of entertainers and articles. Yes, there are things that in sports, there are things that are interesting to you, and they show a table of contents. Those are our most commonly used reference sources. And as I've stated, I want you to make it a habit to use those. So, what I have for you next is a reference material graded assignment, and you're going to do it online. So, what contains antonyms and synonyms for words? Is it a dictionary, a thesaurus, or a glossary? What contains synonyms and antonyms for words? I'm going to say a dictionary. When you complete them all, you check finish. So, this is your self check exercise. What I want to take a look at now is this article about the world's only female army. And so you've got work to do now, right? So you can read it on your own. And there is something that I want you to look at. And so I want you to know that the women fighters called Amazons in a certain movie were called the Dora Milaje. So this was a real all-female army. And you know what movie was the Dora Milaje, right? Black Panther, and they were bad. Well, they were named after the real powerful Dahomey warriors, the Amazons. So I want you to read this. But there's something in here that I want you to look for. Um, I want you to find something here. And I'm trying to find it now. Let's see. So they talk about some of the women that were the Amazons. So instead of the normal activities, they're going to talk about, oh, I'm trying to show you where it is. Let's see, because I did read the article. Um, okay, well, this is the way I'm gonna show you because I've already assigned it to you. I want you to read that article about the Amazons of Dahomey. So they talk about something being stolen, and it's called the Benin Bronze. Benin Bronze. So I want you to tell me where you would find information after you read this article. And here's a picture of the Benin Bronze. So I did want you to see that. Where would I find information about the Benin Bronze? I want you to tell me where, and I want you to send me a link. Okay? So read the article, and that is your assignment. So that's actually all we have for today. There's some language that is technical to history and the art world. And tell me if there are any words that gave you a problem, where would I find help? What reference material would I use? This is not on the test, but you need to be able to know where to find this information in your own life for when I need to know um, if I need to look for a doctor, if I need to find a plumber, if I'm looking for information online about a service. from the state or from Head Start, ABC. How do I use reference materials, particularly now online? So that is our enduring lesson that we are able to use resource materials when we need them. And that's it for today. Let me know how we're doing here. You all take care. Be well. Goodbye.